Na-Tasha. I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Yes.
Tell me if y'all can hear her.
Okay. So I'm Na-Tasha, CEO and founder of All Things Purposeful. Let's see, what pushed my brand to begin was everything that I went through. My logo, I chose a tree because of the fact that no matter what I went through, I'm still standing with everything that I've been through. And that tree represents strength, that tree represents life. And I'm just here to answer any questions with childhood molestation and how it affects you in your adult life.
Awesome.
And I can hear myself.
Oh, good. Awesome. And the audience also said they can hear you. I'm so mad that we got to do this bootleg style, but the point is to get the word out there, and it's to get the testimony heard, and it's to kind of help somebody. So with the face or without the face, we hear you. So which is good.
Good job. All right.
So little statistics behind it. It said child sexual abuse percentage by gender. 67% were under the age of 18. 34% is under 12. And 14 is age of 6. Which, again, these are little facts that I kind of pulled up. I don't know if it's what state they're doing this by. But I kind of wanted to get a little bit out there to bring awareness that it's happening. And it's unreported, and not a lot of people kind of report it for whatever odd reason. So we kind of, that's what I have you for, because you unfortunately witnessed it firsthand, so you can kind of ask the inquiring minds and answer whatever question it is that we have, or help someone who is going through it right now be able to have their voice.
Right. So it started at 9. And like I was stating earlier, that you actually touched on the child on childhood molestation yesterday. I didn't see the video that you posted. And the thing about it is that they weren't related to me.
They were?
They were not.
Oh, we're not. Okay.
They were not related to me. It was a lady who actually had custody of me, and it was actually her nephews. So she used to leave me with her daughter, who was her youngest daughter. And, of course, that's who had, charge of me, basically, for the day. It was very traumatic for me because, again, I trusted people.
Mm-hmm.
So I was 9, and I had three occurrences. So I had one at 9, one at 11, and then it was an attempt at 13. So what happened, long story short, I don't really like to go into detail because it's very traumatizing.
I understand.
It was in the game of Truth or Dare. And when it got to me, the daughter who I was always left with, kind of dared her cousin. He had to be about 13, 14.
So this was kids as well?
Yes.
Oh.
So she was a teenager. She was about 16, 17. He was about 13, 14. And, the first dare was for me to put my mouth on his genitalia.
Oh, wow.
The second dare was for him to penetrate me with his genitalia. Now, I'm 9 years old. I'm no more than 95 pounds. When I screamed due to the penetration, the adults in the other room was like, "What happened?" "Oh, she fell."
What?
"Well, how did she fall?" Yeah, literally. Like they were prepared to make up any lie, any story.
Because they knew it was wrong.
Themselves from getting in trouble. Because they knew it was wrong. At 11, we were at their grandmother's house, and again, this was actually the boy's brother. So he's like 13. So he taps the same sister, on the shoulder and go, he tells her, "Hey, yo, I'm feeling some type of way." And she looked at me and go, "Tasha," and I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Turn over," and I'm like, "Come on, not again. We can't be doing this again." Yeah. So yeah, it like I said, part 1. Again, I go into detail on my Instagram page, on the business Instagram page, but it affects me now because any type of intimacy or any type of closeness or any type of anything that an adult is supposed to enjoy,
it bothers
when they're in a relationship, when they're married, it kind of like freaks me out. one of those things where I'm just like, don't touch me. Because I don't want to be
That
touched.
was one of my questions. Does it affect you as an adult now, especially when it comes to a mate or, you know, doing things adults are supposed to do? Does that bother you?
It does, because the thing about it is, with no one, or with what I've come across with relationships and men, is that they don't seem to get, like, okay, I understand that there are certain things that you want done, but for me, it's like, it'll put me into a flashback. It'll send me into flashback mode. And when it sends me into flashback mode, the only thing I can remember is that 9-year-old little girl who was helpless. That 11-year-old girl who was helpless. So now I'm like, I don't want to be touched. I'm probably crying. And you don't get it. Because you feel like if that happened at 9,
you should be over it. Correct.
You should be over it. Right. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm still affected by this. So it's really hard. And it's the thing is that, you know, you try to be happy, and I'm 34, I have no kids. I was married at one point. I was married for 11 years.
And how did that go?
That, again, when I wasn't being touched, I felt great, because at the end of the day, I don't want to feel forced.
So you lost that affectionate piece.
My thing is, I don't want to have to feel forced to do anything that makes me unhappy to make you happy.
Okay, which is true. And I think that's all of us a little bit without the, you know, without the dramatic piece in it. But I guess that draws the line of saying, do you ever have thoughts of saying, hey, I just want sex, or that's just something right now is out the question?
I mean, people always ask me, you know, why am I not dating? You know, why I don't want to be bothered. I can't, when it comes to, my thing is, A, I didn't grow up in a 2-parent household. That's something I desire for if I have children. B, I don't like feeling used, because what people don't acknowledge is that when you were molested or raped, it left you feeling used.
Right.
So now as an adult, you know, you come to me and you tell me, oh, you want to date me, or oh, you know, like they have this thing where it's situationships now, quote unquote, where no strings attached, no, we don't have no labels. I just want you for this. You just do me for that. No, I don't.
People's that bold and say that?
Yeah, they that bold.
Oh, God.
They are that bold. And for me, I'm like, no, like, I feel used. You know, intercourse makes me feel dirty. It makes me feel disgusted. Like, these are all of the emotions that go with it that people don't cover. And this is why I started to cover it, you know, the anxiety, the depression, because this is stuff that people are afraid to cover. And this is why I post the videos on my IGTV for All Things Purpose.
And make sure you type below, sorry to interrupt you, but make sure you type below your IG and your Facebook so they do know how to reach out to you. And just in case someone, you know, is not brave enough to write it on here, they can definitely touch base with you outside of the live or outside of me.
Of course, but it's like, it's like one of the hardest things, because you look at families and you want a family of your own and you want to be intimate. You know what I'm saying? You want that spouse that's going to embrace you, but then for some reason it just doesn't work out that way. Or at least I haven't found it yet.
Right. That's what it is. You haven't found your healing right now. You found your voice, but you're not healed.
Right. And a lot of people say, now, I have nothing against therapy, counseling, psych. I have nothing against any of that. I have nothing. My whole issue with that is, what a lot of people don't understand when they say go to therapy, go to counseling, is that, okay, I'm going to counseling for my emotional, but the therapist can't sit there and tell me how to get past, excuse my language, certain sorts of sexual, what do you call it? You know what I'm talking
Sexual activity. I get you. How to get past sexting.
Like, you can't tell me how to get past that. You know? I mean, so that's fine. Yes, go into counseling. Okay, I get cry about how I can't seem to have a normal relationship with anybody because it just doesn't work out.
Right.
You know, it just doesn't. Like, men don't. I came across one person. I'm not gonna lie. One person who's my best friend, and I was having a conversation with him the other day.
And he understood.
And he was like, I get it. He was like, the first time you have intercourse with somebody, you're okay. But by the second and third time, you're like, I'm good. Because at that point, now you're feeling forced to do it. And I said, how do you get me in the world? Like,
oh, so what you're saying is you can have sex as long as it's on your terms, basically.
Not even so much on my terms. It's just that for some strange reason, like, if I do it the first time, I'm okay. But to continuously have to have intercourse, I'm starting to feel forced.
Oh.
Like, for example, I don't want to get this graphic, but when a woman dries up, right?
Mm-hmm.
You force yourself into me and I'm dried up, I feel like that 9-year-old little girl who was forced into me.
Got it. I get it.
Certain things just remind me, certain positions just remind me of that 9 and 11-year-old girl.
Yeah.
And I mentally just can't get past that. Like, I just can't. So I'd rather be like, look, I'd rather be alone. Like, I can adopt. There's artificial insemination out there. There's all these options to have kids. Like,
but we gonna get you healed so you don't be alone. We definitely gonna do that.
And a lot of people are like, no, we're not gonna let you be a cat lady.
You're not.
I'm not trying to be a cat lady, but if God can send me somebody who's going to embrace me, if I start crying during intercourse or even after the act of intercourse and I ball up and I'm crying because now I didn't have a flashback, then embrace me. Don't ignore me like you don't know what happened.
Correct. We got to find your special someone is what it is.
I know I got post-traumatic stress disorder. You ain't got to tell me. I know it's there.
Right. So I guess is, do you ever feel like it was you or feel guilty about it? Because have you ever told anybody besides when you got older? Did you ever confess to the moms or the auntie and say, hey, this is what they were making me do during a game?
No. Because
so you never did.
I'm going to tell you what happened at 13. I'm going to tell you why. Because at 13, when her best friend, now mind you, at first it was her 2 cousins, now it's her best friend. I'm 13. Now they about 17, 18. It's a grown man.
Oh, they're older.
We're laying on a twin-size bed, right? I'm facing my mother face to face. This man's laying behind me. He's pretending to be asleep while he tries to penetrate me from the back. You know what everybody does after they try to wake him up? I put up for about a good 30 minutes because he wanted to pretend like he was asleep. Oh, they wanted to say, oh, it's her fault, she's grown. First of all, how am I facing? I'm facing my mother face to face. So how am I the grown one? Like, I'm confused.
Right, and that was kind of the things I was talking about yesterday.
Yeah, it was too many accounts. It was every 2 years. Like, I'm just like,
And you said the person who was doing it is the one that was in charge of you.
Right, so her mother left her in charge of me because she was the youngest daughter.
Oh.
I honestly believe that they planned that. And it's crazy because when I seen him, like 6 years ago on the bus, he looked in my direction and he kept looking at me and he kept looking at me and got off the bus and hauled butt down the street as if I was chasing him.
Because he knew he was wrong, guilty conscience. The guy said he'll get them. Even if they don't get prosecuted, he'll definitely get them. So I'm sure just as much as it taunts you, it should be taunting them and the woman who basically set this up.
Right, because I really believe that she had something to do with that. You can't tell me that she didn't have anything to do with that. You sat there and allowed your cousins to rape me. And for years, let me tell you something. For years, I couldn't even call it rape. I just started calling it for what it was this year.
So what were you calling it? A game?
Molestation.
Oh, okay.
I could not. If I said that word, I would break down in tears because I didn't want to accept it for what it really was.
What had happened.
So it's like, it was one of those things, and it's like, my mom never found out. My mother passed away 5 years ago.
Wow.
I never told her. But when my dad found out, he found out through watching. He went to my website, and my website basically, said, I was molested.
What's happening?
A survivor. My father couldn't even talk to me for like 4 days.
He didn't know what to say.
He was hurt. Like, he was beyond hurt. me, it's like, everybody's like, when I first started coming out about my story, they're like, why are you doing this on social media? I said, because social media, people need to be healed. Like, people started hitting my inbox like, yo, you the voice for me right now. Like, you the strength for me right now. Like, I can't do it when you're speaking for me because I'm being raw, real, and uncut about it. I'm not sweeping that under the rug. I'm not, not going to tell my story.
Right.
I'm being real, raw, and uncut, and I'm letting people know, listen, this is what we go through as survivors. It's not pretty for us. You can touch us the wrong way, and we flip.
Hey, Rich, is like a trigger point.
Right. And those flashbacks can send you into depression. So I got this thing where I stopped calling myself damaged. I'm not damaged. I'm actually delicate. Because I used to call myself damaged for a long time.
Right. Just got to be careful with you. That's it.
It's tough.
As you hear, again, those who just coming on, we're talking about child molestation. I came on thinking this was an adult. So that's why yesterday I touched base on child. But like I said, look how God works. Because in the mix of me praying on how to talk to you about it, how to ask you if it was a father or a mother or, someone like that. Like I said, instantly the word was the goal is to talk about child on child. Because as adults and as a mother, we just allow our kids to play with people. And thinking, they're just kids. And even with me, I'm a preschool director. And I see the mothers or whoever let their kids, do the whole kissing thing with other kids, not understanding what that can be led to. And then, like you said, or putting you in a position where when you get older, it's like, you allow such and such to put their tongue down my mouth. And we don't know how serious it is because we think kids are being kids. Or we think all kids are innocent, and that's not true. So the fact that you kind of confirmed or piggybacked something that should have been talked about or something awareness makes me say, wow, God, I see you. I hear you trying to use me.
People have to be careful. They have to be careful. These kids were molested by somebody else. And the thing is about it is that it becomes a cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And spiritually, what people don't realize as a child, if you're molesting somebody that's under you, that person's going to molest. Like, it's a never-ending cycle. And the thing is, you start molesting at a teenage level. When you become an adult, it's like you open up doors for yourself that should have never been opened. But now you're going to keep doing it as an adult. And now you have the sickness that you can't stop because you started molesting and raping people when they were 9 years old. What could you possibly, with a 9-year-old child? I was literally 95 pounds. And the most traumatic experience of it all is that he went so far, I actually split. Now, I wasn't bleeding profusely, but there was some blood. And I'm supposed to be comfortable
right
with a man in my adult life?
It's taking advantage, and that's what it was. A lot of times kids take advantage of other kids. And even now, even when before kids, I always say a 10-year-old should not be playing with a 4-year-old. A 13-year-old should not be with a 9-year-old because certain things at 13 they're exposed to a 9-year-old isn't. And even when it's 9 and 9, it depends on the household and what's being taught. Everyone don't teach their kids the same, or everyone don't, show their kids the same thing other kids see. And we got to be very, very mindful if it's cousins, best friends, neighbors, who we allow kids to be with unsupervised.
Right. And I had a period of where I became promiscuous. I had a really small window period from like 13 into 14 where my hormones just started going crazy. And I'm going to tell you what slowed me down. I had a health teacher named Miss Johnson in my freshman year of high school. That woman started teaching us about STDs and HIV and how some stuff is uncurable. And they started showing like the ugly pictures of what happened to you. Huh? I don't think. Listen,
you want that?
When this thing stopped me. See, because they weren't having this conversation with me. People weren't having this conversation. You could have this conversation in, 95, not 95, 97, 98, 99, 2000, because you'll be deemed grown.
Right.
Quote, you're being grown. No, I was touched, and I should have been touched.
And that's how a lot of time, that's what it is. We got to ask our kids what's going on. Instead of, like they say, saying she's grown or putting a label on her, pull it to the side. And like you said, educate. We got to educate our kids and not just say no, because I know even me as an adult now, don't just tell me no. Explain to me why. Because I need you to explain or talk to me why you feel it a certain way. Don't just tell me yes. I need to know why I'm doing what I need to do or why I'm not doing what I need not to do. So as a child, just saying no doesn't work. It's, hey, let's
Right.
figure out what's happening, or do you know what you're doing, or something that way, so the conversation like this can come into place.
Right. Right. And people, we shouldn't have to grow up and feel that, it's an issue for us to be loved in a certain way because we were touched inappropriately. It's not our fault. We didn't do anything.
Right.
And honestly, I'm going to be real with you. I had completely forgot about all three instances. I'm going to tell you how they came back out in my memory. I live in East Orange, New Jersey. And it's the building that the second occurrence happened in with the brother, the 11-year-old brother. And me and my ex-husband started walking past that building. And I panicked. When I tell you I panicked, I flipped so bad that it scared the life out of me.
Oh my God.
I walked past that building so fast, and we lived right around the corner from that building. When we got to the bus stop, he was like, "Yo, you all right?" And I was like, "No, something's not right with that building. That building is freaking me out for a reason, and I gotta go into my memory and figure out why."
Oh, so you completely shut it out.
I threw it out my head.
Wow.
I threw it out my head. So when that instance came up, then I remembered what his brother did to me. Then I remembered what happened at 13. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh, that's touchy, Miss Na-Tasha. But like I tell you, the world needs to hear your story. And as devastating or as much memories that it come through, you got to push through it. And to be able to speak, and as you said this week, he gonna get you. He gonna come for you twice as hard now that people's aware of your story or aware of who you are. And the fact that you're bold enough to say, I'm not healed yet, but let me help somebody else. He don't like that. He want misery normally like company. And you're on the other end saying, I'm still hurting. I'm still not healing, but I want to help you. Let me help you get through this hurdle and not just shut down. And that's a powerful thing. I thought you was healed. Because my next question was, how did you overcome it? So it's still a process.
It's hard. Like, it's hard because, again, I don't know about nobody else. I have triggers. I see a nice husband and wife with their kids. That depresses me because I'm like, yo, I don't think that's going to ever happen for me. Because I ain't normal over here. And it's to the point where it's like, yo, that's bad. Like, to take somebody, in a sense, to take their virginity, to take I feel like part of my life was taken from me. That hurts. And that's what people don't realize.
Yeah, this is not something to say, oh, it happened umpteen years ago, get over it. This is not a get over it. Like you said, it was physically, it was mentally. Now that you're into the spirit realm, you feel like it's spiritually. So it's a lot that you got to touch base on. And one thing we do learn as Christ believers is you got to hit it in the spirit first. And that's starting from here by praising and living your life and letting him understand, what happened to you is wrong, but it's not going to break you. You're not going to be depressed. You're not going to be suicidal. You're going to push past it. You're going to praise God anyways in advance. And you're going to help another soul get through it.
It's definitely not easy. It's definitely not easy.
I can imagine. Like I said, even talking to the kids, I'm like, oh, how did you? But it takes people like you sharing your story to let them know to keep going. Because right now, they're not as tough as you. So although you're saying you're not over it, but the fact that you're able to go to, you're 34 now, and say, okay, this is my time. They're often before they hit 34. About 9-10 years old, you see these little kids committing suicide or becoming real stressed and depressed because...
It mentally and emotionally, I don't understand. How are you 9, 5, 6, 7, 8? I don't understand. What do you know about suicide? What do you know about suicide? How? I don't understand.
It's what they see. It's what they're exposed to. And for me, like I said, it's a spirit thing. He done realize he done got too many people molested and too many people raped, and you guys are living through it to tell your story. So if I could cut you at 10, let me get you before you get 34. Because if you live with it from 10 to 34, you can kind of bleed a little bit, but still kind of put a Band-Aid on it. By 10, you don't know how to cope with that feeling.
Right. But that's the thing. I had a real life suicide attempt 3 years ago, 2016.
As older.
I sliced my wrist because I wanted to get out of here. I was done. I had been through physical abuse, I had been through mental abuse, I had been through emotional abuse, I had been through the molestation, I had lost my mother. I wanted out of here. I was yeah, like I can't take no more heartbreak. I can't take no more mental breakdowns. I can't, like, and the fact that I'm still in my right mind with everything that I've been through, I was just like, I can't, like, it's too much going on.
You got somebody to save, sis. You got somebody to save. He ain't gonna let you out that easy. You got people to save.
Right. So now that I'm embarking upon, what happened, excuse me, I'm embarking upon what happened and digging, deep down within and like, okay, I have to get healed. I have to help somebody else, And people are like, well, how are you helping other people when you're not healed? Because other people need to know that they're normal. Other people need to know that there's nothing wrong with them. They need to know that it's okay to cry. They need to know it's okay. If you want to be alone, be alone. Don't let society and, what do you call it? These, rules of, you should be married and have kids by this age.
Right.
I told people, stop asking me when I'm having kids. And start asking me when I'm going to see the doctor to go talk to somebody.
That's true.
I was touched, wrong at 9.
Correct.
11, and 13. You think laying with somebody is comfortable every single day? No, no.
That's true. What we think is pleasure is pain for you. And we got to understand that as people, and I think I read a meme or something like that as well, where they were stating that stop asking these women that question. Because you don't know what they go through. You don't know what's happening in their life. And to hit when are you going to have a baby? When are you going to get married? That's a trigger. So when these women be going off or be cussing people out and we're thinking, oh, hey, it's just a question, that question hits home or that question hits a soft spot that I don't know if I can have or I don't know if I can really get over this enough to deal with a guy like that.
Oh, can have. I've never told my gynecologist that I was touched at an early age. So I've never even got
checked to see
if I even can have kids. I know I had a miscarriage at 24, but I never even went deep and got that real personal with my gynecologist.
Right, to see if you can even carry it or if that was, just a mishap.
So I'm afraid at this point. I'm not even going to lie to you.
God didn't give us a spirit of fear. It says while you're overcoming this, your first step is getting checked. Because at least you know, and the good thing with these time is there's things that can help in that process or try in that process. So it's tough. Like I said, I tell people I have to get guest speakers because the things that's put on me to talk about, I don't live it personally. And I be like, I know people may not understand. Hey, she talking about it, but she don't know. So to have and I had another young lady at my Kids on the Rise who also spoke about it, but it was with an adult. At least they have someone that lived it firsthand. And they can say, well, hey, let me go talk to Na-Tasha because this is her life. This is what she's going through. So maybe we stand side by side. We can get through it together.
Yeah, it's tough. I know you had some more questions. Where were they?
Child, you answered all of them. You answered all of them. And like I said, I was going into here thinking it was adult and kid. That's why I touched base on child yesterday.
I don't think the person would have. I don't think he would have. I don't think he would have survived. I'm sorry.
So that's what I was thinking, and I was like, okay, this is because a lot of the adults that did come forward and was willing to do it, it was like an adult, it was like a father or an uncle or something like that. So I just knew you was coming on here talking about an adult.
that was a whole teenager.
But it's child on child, and that's what I talked about yesterday. We gotta be mindful and we gotta be careful of the kids and the people we bring around our kids. Yeah. Brother, sister, uncle, whoever, just because they're the same age does not mean nothing's happening. So even here,
was in the note then, and I don't know what's in the note now. I'm just like,
is a blind leading the blind is what's happening.
I was like, what is going on? And I'm like, y'all okay with daring this? That's why I can't stand that game. Truth or dare.
I never liked it anyways. But like I said, at least with me back then, it was their stupid stuff like run around the street, eat this, and I'm not doing either way. I'm not doing. I'm not running across the street.
Everybody else that was in the room was told to do something stupid like lick a wall, lick a arm. They get to me and want to use me as a guinea pig for rape.
Because they knew the calling on your life. So when your purpose is seen at a young age, things are going to come in your way at a young age to try to block you from doing what needed to be done. Not that they know this is just going to make you stronger.
It definitely
This is just going to make your platform bigger than what it would have been. God forbid any of this wouldn't have happened. So you just have a bigger voice.
You see my shirt. It says, tell your story, it's your testimony.
You did it. I know. Don't worry. You got to put these pictures up under here. You got to put it up under here. I'm so mad. Zoom, everything just don't want to work. But the devil's a liar because we did this anyways. We did our live anyways. We put it on anyways. Just because we know people have to hear it. And social media now been the platform for everything. So when those say, why you put it on social media? Because somebody's going to hear it. Somebody is going to see it. So social media is the perfect place for it. Even if that's why a majority of the things I put like this, I put on public instead of private. Because it's not sometimes not your friends. It's their friends that need to see it.
Exactly. And that, again, that's what people don't understand. Like, I have a mutual friend, one of my friends now, who's actually best friends with my attacker. And when I started telling my story, he started panicking. He was like, I need to call you. And I'm like, why do you need to call me? He like, I mean, I don't think it's a good idea to put on social media. I said, the devil is a lie. Is that what you called to say to me?
Right. And then even as the attacker, maybe they need help themselves.
You know what? And let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you how I know that's the truth. Because let me tell you, the attacker was actually in the car one day with the person who we're all mutual friends with. Mm-hmm. And he was live, right? The mutual friend was live driving. So I was like, hey, what's up? This, that, and the third. I said some things. And the person who attacked me was like, oh, some girl named Tasha said this, that, and the third. Now I said to myself, now wait a minute. My face ain't changed. My height ain't changed.
I'm sure your height changed a little bit now from 9 to 34.
Right. Some girl named Tasha. I was real confused. So it dawned on me. God had dropped something in my spirit. I put a video about this on YouTube. God said the same way you threw it in the back of your mind because you didn't want to remember it, the same way they threw it in the back of their mind because they didn't want to remember it. Because they couldn't live with themselves and the fact that what they did to you.
See, and that's how it works.
Some girl named Tasha. Okay, got it.
And it's me. I'm her.
It's like I'm the person, the one that you said turn over. That's why the condom.
Right. Oh my God.
You went to go flush the condom and they got stuck in the toilet. You overflowed the toilet.
It was me. I was me. See, and that's one of those signs, and they try, and I honestly believe even as the attacker and the person getting it, both parties do need assistance and need help and need healing because, like you said, it doesn't stop. It don't stop on either end. You thought you could push it in the back of your head, but you can't. It's a way for a little bit, and until we, like I say, forgive and heal, it's always going to be there. Regardless of how much we live our life or we go good in the mix of you trying to forget, I'm assuming that's when the promiscuous part came in. Until realization had to hit you, you got to deal with this.
Yeah, nobody has time, to be sweeping this under the rug anymore.
And that's what we want society.
This under the rug.
And that's what we need our followers to listen to, are those who can hear us. There is no more pushing it away. I don't care if it's your brother and it's both of your kids. They both need help. We can't just push it on and say kids are being kids or they'll get over it or, it's not that serious. It is. It really is that serious.
So like it very much so is. Like all that pushing, right? All that sweeping it under the rug and, we don't want to talk about it and let's protect the other person. Nah, they shouldn't have did it.
Exactly. And they need help. They need to do, like I said, by every consequence, they need it. Every action deserves a consequence. And to just let them fly with it means it's okay or they're going to forever feel like they're protected. And that's not true. They're not okay. They definitely need to serve whatever needs to be served or get help however needs to be helped. And as the other end, we do need to be a little bit more delicate with y'all.
Yeah, but that's, again, that's the issue. People don't want to have the real conversation, like what made you do. And I'm not even gonna lie. If God permitted, if that was God's will for me to be able to ask, why did you do it? I want to know that answer.
There you go. So considering you still have mutual friends, considering it's still an arm reach.
Actually, I believe mutual friends are my friends. The other one, I would not dare tell him who it was, because then that's going
big up something bigger. It'll be something bigger. And if that's what you need for closure and healing, by all means.
Yeah, but I want to know why.
That's what I'm saying. If that's what you need for closure and healing, reach out. You pray on it first. Like I always said, people, before I do these type of things, I definitely pray on it and say, lead me to the right way, because my words sometimes may not be the right words. So give me something to say. But if that's the healing for your heart and what needs to, for you to push a little further than where you are, right. Do it.
But that's the thing. I honestly, wholeheartedly believe that God is going to force him to come and apologize. I believe that with my whole heart.
It's coming. Like I said, this is a pain that you're still enduring. This is not, like I said, I was going to ask you how you got over it, because a lot of people are saying, oh, I'm healed now, I'm better. You're admitting you're not.
Right. I just actually found out that someone who's on my friend list is actually a counselor. And I'm actually going to be setting up sessions to go sit in her office.
Good.
Again, she can't help me with the physicality of it.
Right.
Emotionally.
But mentally, you know, they say it starts from here. It's our mind frame, is our mindset. Before it gets anywhere else, it starts from the top. So dealing with the mental aspect of it and being able to speak about it a little bit better and maybe having better words on it, who knows what the counselor could do for you.
Right.
So
I sure want to know. I ain't going to ask. I'm going to ask. But see, when I ask, I'm not going to do one of those, me and you sit down. And, it's going to be me, you, and a couple witnesses.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to have to stop Na-Tasha.
Oh, Lord. I'll be praying for you.
I'm being honest.
Oh, God.
I'm being honest. Because I'm not going to say that, God doesn't take care of stuff.
Correct.
But my whole thing is, I don't know how many kids you got if you got kids. I don't pray this on nobody. I would not dare want what you sowed in the ground for you to reap. I would not dare want that. Because, again, I'll be 34 in March. And this is the worst feeling ever. All of my peers just about have kids. And I'm like, I'm sitting here and can't even allow anybody to be like, you got to be extra special. You got to be able to handle post-traumatic stress disorder. You got to be able to understand it, see it for what it is, understand when I'm having a flashback. Because, again, flashbacks don't happen when you're just intimate.
That's true.
You can see a 9-year-old child and have a flashback and go, what were you thinking? Like, look how little this little girl is.
That's true.
And people don't, and a lot of people, and the other thing that I wanted to cover is that sometimes people shut down completely, but they never want to be touched by me. Ever. Like, they don't have no problem becoming a cat lady, dog lady. They don't have no problem having guy kids. But they will never, ever, ever, because they don't like the way it feels.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that nobody wants to touch on when it comes to healing. People don't like the way it feels.
Right, and I think, and again, it's me, y'all. Don't kill me, but I think that's where a lot of these little lesbians and other things come from, because something happened. So they don't like the whole penetration and the fact of a guy.
The way it feels.
They go to something else, and the something else.
Don't ask me to put my mouth on nothing. Don't do that. Don't.
And they gotta understand that.
Please go get go get you somebody. Go pay somebody, or go get you a sign. Like, I'll tell you in a minute. Go find somebody who want to do that. Enjoy that.
That's why every relationship though starts off with a friendship, and the mix of building friendships, you just gotta kind of say, this is who I am. This is what I'm struggling with. This is what I'm so-called about to, overcome. So let me tell you, even if we never get to that point, this is what's not gonna happen. And
no. But see, let me tell you something. I took a whole 2 years friends on the people.
See?
The people that are my best friends that I call my brothers because I'm an only child, I friend zoned them the day we met. I was like, oh, you talk so, we so nice. We get along so well. You're my brother. You're my adopted brother. I friend zone them so fast.
Oh, God. You got to get out of that. Maybe your friend zone is right there, your soulmate that's waiting to get out of that friend zone because they understand you. They hear you. They're following you. They know you're delicate.
Like, I'm telling you, the ones that I call my brothers, the one that understands me, he's actually on his way to get married. But the other two, they're younger than me. So I call them my little brothers. And they cannot stand when I speak about molestation. They hate it.
It's hard to hear. It's hard to hear. It really is. It's a touchy but needed topic.
Like, they can't, when I tell you they can't stand it, oh, Lord. They go stop talking. Like, they get angry real quick. Like, stop talking about it. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? I don't want to hear it.
No.
I don't want to hear it.
It's real life. It's real life. This is what happens every day, believe it or not. Every day somebody's going through it and someone's silent or someone, like you said, is being blamed for it. So they shut down and don't say anything. But this is our life. This is what's happening in the world, and this is what we need to be mindful of. And this, as human, we need to be careful what we say and how we treat people, because you don't know what's happening behind closed doors.
And that's the other thing. People, and this is in general, you never know what somebody is going through. What kind of day they had, what triggered them, what bothered them. They can literally be on the edge and be so irritated to the point they're like, if one more person say one more thing to me, I'm going to snap.
That's it.
Now, it's more than one type of snap. It's a mental snap. You know, it's a take your own life snap.
Mm-hmm.
People have to be very, very careful. What they do, how they treat people, what they say to people, because it's not easy. It's not. And people don't understand that, and that's the thing that just irritates my soul, because people don't get it. It's like, you ain't over there yet?
Right. How could you? How can you say that? Especially not witnessing it firsthand. But again, people just think everything's a joke. We don't take things serious nowadays, especially when it's something like this that's unreported. So it's kind of like, oh, they didn't get prosecuted, it didn't happen. If you ain't saying nothing, it wasn't that serious. And it is. I don't have to say anything to know that this is not right. And they don't have to be prosecuted to know that I know what you did. And have you ever name dropped and said, hey, such and such, as in on your page?
You know what? I have never did that. But when I started, because I started writing letters to my younger self, because I was going to write a book to myself, titled Dear Younger Self. And I started writing the letters to myself, and I renamed these people just to protect them. Because I don't want to open up, what do you call it? I'm even a can of worms. Because I found out that there is no limits of statutory rape.
Correct.
In New Jersey.
Oh.
I don't know about another state, but I found out that there was literally no statute of limitation. And my thing is, I just don't feel like going back to court.
I was going to say, so although you're hurt, you're still protecting them.
I guess if that's the way.
That's what it is. Because if you have a chance to get justice and to stop it, your first thinking is not me, it's them. Is why go through this, or why put their name out when it should be, if your concern is, God forbid, they have somebody or they're doing it to someone else, name dropping. And if they're clean now, they say, hey, if we were a kid, I didn't know what I was doing. Like you said, I deeply apologize.
Wait a minute. Let me check. This podcast going to go over an hour. First of all, you can't tell me at 14 years old you didn't know what you was doing.
But you know that's what they say.
You had a full health class. You was taught about sex. You was taught about how to put a condom. I'm sorry.
Or hit you with a you wanted it, you didn't say no. You know how it goes.
No, but they manipulated me. That was the whole thing. Let me tell you, it all started with the whole thing about now mind you, I'm 9. Mm-hmm. So this all this stuff happened right after my nana passed away, right? And they hit me with the because they were doing in the backyard, they were smoking weed, and they forced you to do that. They forced you to drink. Mm-hmm. So they hit me with the smooth manipulation, like, oh, if you don't allow him to penetrate you, I'm going to tell mommy that you were smoking weed.
Wow.
Then once we got past the penetration, if you don't put your mouth on his thing, I'm gonna tell mommy that you allowed him to penetrate you. I said, you know what, this right here.
Wow. That's that what they call it, blackmailing.
Yeah, teenager.
True.
And not even add, let me not even add that I was a diapers kid. Ask me how many times diapers checked on me from 9 to 13.
Right. The system
You know
dropped the ball too.
You know when they checked on me? When I ran away from this lady's house, right?
Mm-hmm.
I ran to my grandmother's house. I told the cops, do not send me back to this woman's house. Oh, you'll be fine. Okay, this lady cut my bra, grabbed me by my neck, beat me with the belt buckle until my bone in my leg bruised and my leg was burning. Kept me home for 2 days. When
so
she
they
took
don't
me back
see
to school, I called butt to that nurse office. And when I called butt to that nurse's office, that nurse said to me, the bone in your left leg is actually bruised. Got them detectives in there so fast it wasn't even funny. So when I ended up back in the shelter with my mother, then here come diapers. Oh, what happened? I said, what? What happened? Yo, I wanted to kill that lady. I said, what happened? Y'all wasn't protecting me. Why are you here now? Why are you here now?
Right. And
Y'all
that's...
didn't question me. Y'all didn't come see if I was okay. And now that I'm in the shelter with my mother living in Newark and not in East Orange, now y'all want to know what happened? Oh, y'all got me screwed all the way up. And at the time, I was 13. So you can imagine. And so when I'm rebelling. I'm cursing out teachers, not all teachers.
Right.
I still got some that are on my friend list now. But now I'm rebelling. I don't want to go to school. I'm spazzing. I'm getting suspended. I'm getting after school detention, Saturday school, because nobody hears me. Nobody sees what's going on. And I was a real good. Let me tell you something. That whole keep a smile on your face and pretend like everything was okay. I was doing that up until I was adult, about 2 years, maybe about a year ago.
Wow.
And I heard somebody say to me, "Stop lying. You're not okay." I'm going to tell you how you're not okay. Because you walk around, your hair look crazy. You don't keep your clothes up. You look like something wrong. You look like something wrong. I can just look at you and tell something wrong. Who don't keep their hair up? Who walk outside looking a mess?
Right.
On purpose. So I was real good for smiling and pretending like nothing was wrong in school. Walking around with this big old grin like I was cool. Nah.
I'm hurting.
No. Yeah. Literally. So now you want to come to the show to talk about what happened? When I tell you, honey, it took everything in me. I had to remember I was a kid. I really remember I was a kid.
But this is why I'm here to bring awareness. This is the whole purpose of bringing awareness because, like I said, originally when I first started Save a Soul, it was to hit at-risk kids. And then mentoring more and talking more, I realized those who smile the biggest are hurting the most. Mm-hmm. And I need people to hear that. The one with the biggest smile is the one we really have to touch base on. We see they don't understand. And then once the person do something crazy, it's like, oh, I never thought or I never knew. And it's because they're putting up a front and both need help. Those acting out and smiling. So we got to pay attention to all the kids, all the babies, and kind of watch the way they move, watch the way they react to certain little things. They're not all going to be so accepted to communicate at the moment, but at least if they understand, hey, I care. Or, hey, someone's here that I can talk to whenever I'm ready.
Let me tell you something, I'm so overprotective. When I was married and I had my nieces, if they got up and went to the bathroom in church, I was right behind them. If I walked them to school in the morning, they were getting walked directly to their class. Ain't no walk you to the door and you find your way. No. We're not doing that. I'm that overprotective of little kids, girl and boys.
You got to.
Like, we don't know. We don't go to the bathroom by ourselves. I don't care. Why y'all so quiet in that room?
Oh, yeah. That's the type of games I don't play. Like I always say, even with mine, sit in the living room and play. So that's why I keep telling people and parents, period, even if it's just their kids, you got to be mindful, check up on them, talk to them, see what they're doing because kids get curious. Kids want to do crazy things until someone say or explain it's not okay. That's not right. Or you shouldn't be doing that at a certain age.
But my thing is, at some point, you notice behaviors in kids that are not right.
Mm-hmm.
Why is the cycle continuing? Why is it that so-and-so got raped by this person and now this person is doing a molestation and work? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
They're not being mindful. They're not paying attention. And although yours wasn't blood related, they were related to the person who was taking care of you. So we're thinking, hey, that's my niece, that's my nephew. They're okay. They're just out there being kids. And you got to check up pop-ups, look through phones. Hey, what you're playing with every kid, yours or not. So it wasn't blood to you, but it was blood to your caregiver. So it kind of wasn't seen or was left unsupervised because she trusts her kids.
Listen, I pray to God all the time. I said, Lord, if you ever allow me to have kids, please bless my income that I'm so well that I can sit at home and take care of my kids until they can go to school. Because all that leaving my kid in the daycare, not going to happen.
It's tough. You just got to pray over your kids. You got to talk to them. You got to watch them. We got to be there. We got to be there for them. Listen, I'm a mother too. And to say I'll be with them all the time, I was like that the first 3 years. After that, I was like, all right, time to go to school. But you want them to be able to be leaders and to say no and to stand up for what's right. And the biggest thing I hear you said on here was manipulation. And you got to tell your kid, don't allow anyone to be able to bully you into anything. And like I tell my kids, get in trouble. And I'll let you know if it's trouble or not. They were like, my friend said, no, get in trouble. And then when they call me, I'll tell you if you're really in trouble. But to sit here and say you got to do such and such, no way. And some of the teachers are like, oh, that's teaching them to be disrespectful. No, it's not. That's teaching them to stand up for what they believe in and to not let nobody play with them.
Exactly. And people have to pay attention to their kids' behavior. If your kid is normally outgoing, happy, jolly, playful, and then you notice a mood change in your child, and they won't talk to you, then go take them to the doctor.
Figure it out.
Examine them. See if they are swollen in any areas, redder in the areas. You know what I'm trying to say? Because there's no way a jolly, happy kid is just going to just stop talking.
Right. And says, what they say is that age. They're going through a phase. That's what I hear a lot. It's a phase.
And then when they 13, 14, 15, you find out that they were
such and such happened. Or the kid that is jolly but always want to be away or don't want to be around somebody. Like as a teacher, even with the kids that's not mine, I can kind of tell. So I'll be like, Mommy, what happened with them today? Are they okay? Such and such. Because if you pay attention enough, even as an adult, if you pay attention to the person enough, you can see when there's a little shift. For those of us who like to fake it, someone who's really close to you can see that smile's not real.
And that's what started happening with me. The church that I go to now, the person, my graphic designer, said to me, she's my business consultant and my graphic designer. She said, I can tell that you're not okay. You know, she's like, I can look at you and tell. And I was just like, you can see?
Right.
You do all this?
I've been hiding this so well, so long. How you see this?
Right. I thought I was hiding. She was like,
nah.
How you stay here looking crazy like that? Like, you look like a mad woman. I was like, that's bad. You know, but that's what happens when folks is prophetic and they can see stuff.
Yeah. That's it. God put you with the certain right people at the right time. You was gonna try to hold on to this phone.
That's really essential to my growth and development. Because I'm telling you, when I started all things purposeful, I was not coming out to tell the story.
So what you started it for?
Here's the thing. I started it again because I know how I had been through so much. And the scripture that's behind my brain is Romans 8:28. That says that we know that all things work together for the good of them who love God, who are called forth to His purpose. Now, when I first started, this is let me tell you something. This is real. When God tells you to do something, do it. I don't care how scared you are, do it.
For real.
I did it. I invested in it. I put all my time into it. I happened to ask God. Actually, the day of the photo shoot of the picture that I sent you, we tried to do a video. And the video that we tried to do was basically talking about, how all things are purposeful. So somebody said to me, do you believe that everything that happened in your life is purposeful? And I went to go talk about, how losing my mother. When I got to the fact that when I was raped at 9, I broke. Because I honestly, at that point, this was back in May, the day before Mother's Day. A, it was the day before Mother's Day and I missed my mother. And B, I didn't understand how that was purposeful. I was like, I don't understand.
Right.
So I had to go back home. That video never got published because it didn't work out right. I got back home and I asked God. I said, how you got me out here telling people all things are purposeful? When I was raped at 9, 11, and almost 13, I don't understand how that's purposeful. You got to tell me. You got to tell me how it's purposeful. He said, just continue being obedient. Okay, fine. So then somebody said to me, all all right, you got to start telling your story. And I was like, what? You want me to do what? So I had a trigger back in April. I went to a Black Love event, we're talking about relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason it triggered me, because again, I feel in my heart that just won't happen to me. Happen for me. So I started writing out, I started letting the world know then that this was in April, that, I started telling them story by story. This is on my personal page, but I didn't delete it. So many posts, I'm going to go back to it. So I started the Dear Younger Self series. I told part 1, part 2, and part 3 with a picture of me when I was 9, and I wrote Dear Younger Self on the picture. I was doing a video after every picture. Before then, I did a post back last year, 2018 December, and I tagged Alicia Barlow, Tell Somebody. So then she featured me in May. I was like, okay, I'm getting comfortable telling this story now. So then, I don't know if you saw the video on All Things Purposeful IGTV, but I literally was so nervous that I was twiddling my makeup brush. I did my makeup, I had my little shirt on. I'm sitting there doing this story, and I look like I'm about to break down and cry. It did something to me so bad that I had to leave the house and go shopping. Like, I had to leave the house, go get something to eat, go shopping. Like, I had to do anything to take my mind off of it, because I was like, my brain started doing flips and turns, and I kind of had a mini anxiety attack because I didn't know what was going on.
Right.
People started flooding my inbox like nobody's business.
All right, God.
I didn't know you went through that. Oh my God. Thank you for being my voice. Oh my God. You're helping me heal. Oh my God. Like, the numbers were crazy. God said, that's why. I said, what you mean? He's like, now this is why I'm telling you all things are purposeful. Look at how many people you're touching through your story.
Right.
All these people you had to come in contact with social media had to hear your story. They had to understand it. If you could make it, they could make it. That's how it's perfect. Broke.
See?
I wrote down. I said, oh my God.
I just heard Sarah Jakes. She said you just do a little, he gonna pull you. That's awesome. Like I said, you got more to grow. So you're just you right now you're a baby in healing. You haven't healed yet. So you are a baby in healing, which is awesome. Oh my gosh, you guys. My phone died. Bring me my charger. The phone died, you all. But as you hear from the little bit of it from lots of it, that I had the lovely Miss Na-Tasha on live with me and telling you guys her life, her story, how she's overcome it. As I was explaining, she's still a baby in healing, and it starts from somewhere. So this is her time now to get on live and to kind of help you all get through it. Thanks for being obedient, sharing your story. Amen, Christine. Seriously, because a lot of us are too afraid to tell little things that we've been through, even if it comes from relationships or being hit by a car. We don't want to tell it because either we're embarrassed or we're not with it. So it's amazing. Let me see if I can answer it through here on my laptop. That she's being obedient enough, and she's growing, and it's helping her get through the things that she needs to get through, because we need it. There's people out here that needs to hear her story. There's people out here that needs to walk side by side with her to know, although you're not 100% healed, do it. Go through what needs to be gone through. I think I'm able to do it. Sorry, I'm trying to do it on the computer. I hope it works.
Hello?
Yes, it works, you all. My phone died. I ended up going dead. I said, now every electronic I have is going to cut up. But I'm able to answer it through the laptop, so which is perfect. But yeah, so we have someone. Live? No, you're good. I'm still on live. And someone did reply under, thanks for being obedient and sharing your story.
Thank you. So if anybody has any questions or comments or concerns, they can definitely reach out to me in my DM or follow me, All Things Purposeful, with the number 8 behind it on Instagram, or All Things Purposeful on Facebook.
Please, 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 you all. She's going to help you as you guys help her. The more we inbox, the more we appreciate Miss Na-Tasha. The more you be obedient, Miss Na-Tasha, you're going to get through it. So don't give up on yourself yet. Don't. Oh, let's say it's the power of the tongue. And as Christ believers, we like to kind of put things over our life, and you're going to find that special somebody. You're going to get someone that understands you, and then you're going to heal enough to where the pain is no longer a pain, but it's a victory. So your victory is coming, girl. It's coming. Just believe it. It is coming. Like I tell people, I can't say from firsthand, but from having faith and knowing who God is, nothing's done by mistake. So
I'm glad we were able to do this.
I mean, too. They tried to stop us. Lord, they tried to stop us. Every app I had was cutting up. They didn't want us to be on here. But it's for a reason. This is how you know it's for a purpose. So all things purposeful, you guys. That's a great, great, great name for it. All things is purposeful, even the ones that seems unbearable.
Yes. So this is gonna be on YouTube too, correct?
Yes, because I did it off my my iPad. So as soon as I get done, it's gonna save everything, and then I'm gonna post it up on YouTube. I might break it into segments because people got ADHD now. So they ain't gonna stay through the whole thing. So I'm gonna break it up in segments, and I'm gonna put the part one or partial of it here, along with the first one we tried to do, so they can see who you are, so they can know who to come in contact with. I'm definitely continue going to be praying in your favor. And like I tell everyone, and I mean it, I'm here. She's way from Jersey, y'all. So this is why we had to do it this way. I feel blessed and honored to have you reaching out to me to be able to do this, because I need real life. I need transparent, and I need people like you to help people like us tell our story regardless of what it is. Awesome.
You couldn't have got me last year though, because I would have been like, I'm not ready for that.
God do things for a reason, because I don't even like talking in front of people. This live has got me like jittery a little bit.
Right.
So it's the obedience piece of it.
Now you know what your babies are going through.
No, it's true. And I always say I give condolence. I speak to them. I talk with them. But it's nothing like having someone who been there.
Right.
And that's why I do this to reach out. Yeah. And I can always say, hold on, let me give you Miss Na-Tasha number.
Yeah.
And we can do it. We can do this
together. To the good old Florida.
And you in Jersey, so you definitely not gotta visit Jersey. I'm trying to see snow, real snow. We went to North Carolina the other day, and last year, they showed me play snow.
Let me tell you something. You're gonna come to Jersey, though. I'm paying no winter because you're gonna be freezing.
Me and my kids want to see snow.
You don't want to do that.
We definitely need you
gonna be
here.
Mad. You're gonna be like, what's this? And please don't come up here on the day that we get a surprise blizzard. You're gonna be like,
oh, no, I'm gonna be mad. Now I'm gonna say, God, for real? I just want to snow, not the whole storm. I just want a little bit. But you definitely gonna come down to Florida when it's right on time. When I get most of these kids ready to open up, when they need you.
To come down.
As soon as they've so built enough money, when them kids asking, hold on, Tasha, your plane ticket's here. Let's go.
Yeah, we gotta schedule something. We gotta schedule something before the year is out for me to come down and talk to the kids.
We got 11 months,
and empower them.
While you're healing,
it's okay.
That's it. And while you're going through it, next time you speak with us, you're gonna say, y'all, I don't even care no more. I understand why I was going through this. I know what the purpose was, and this is it. I'm telling you. Next time you get with me, you're gonna say, look, that pain is no longer pain. I get it.
Right.
So I'm definitely praying in your favor, girl. You got this. Keep pushing. Don't let stress, don't let suicidal thoughts, don't let nobody get in between your purpose. Is what you speak to your life. So regardless of what your mind is telling you, like I always tell people, 2 Corinthians 10:6. It tells you how to cast down those thoughts. Go, and that's exactly what you do. When it starts coming up, say, not today. No, she's better. I'm healing. You're in, because we have the power to heal ourselves.
Yes, thank you.
And I'm in your corner, sis. I'm in your corner.
Yes, this is amazing. So
thank you. We will, and then when I update my little raggedy laptop, we're gonna do the Zoom for real.
Right, we're gonna get it together.
I'm right here with a 10-year-old laptop. My old 10-year-old laptop don't want to cooperate, so taxes around the corner. So once I get this new laptop, I say, hey, just do this again. Try again.
Oh, goodness, we're gonna get it together. The Lord will give us a strategy.
But this was definitely a pleasure. This was a pleasure for
This was
me.
definitely good. So you have a good night. Enjoy your Saturday. It's still early.
It is early. Thank you
Yes,
again.
ma'am.
We did it.
All right, bye.
Thank you. All right, everybody. That concludes my segment of child molestation. Well, child on child molestation. I had the lovely Miss Na-Tasha here telling her life, spilling her story with us, you all. And for those real saints, we're going to come into an agreement. We're going to pray on her behalf because regardless of what we go through, we know it's tough. So to get to a point of our life where we understand we're hurting, but we're ready to heal someone else, that's a big jump. Because I know when I don't want to do it back then, we didn't want to. And I'm now in the point of even if I don't feel it, I do it. And is that called being obedient? So even if you believe in Christ or not, you got to be obedient when your gut, we know that's the Holy Spirit, but for those who don't believe, when their guts tell you to do something, do it. This live, I didn't want to. I was going to go to with somebody else to do as with another person on here. But when God tells you, this is her. When God says, this is this, that's what it is. And my whole topic was going to be on child adult molestation, as you heard from yesterday. He said, no, child on child is what I need us to talk about. And I had no clue hers was a child on child. I honestly thought it was with an adult. So Miss Na-Tasha, I thank you again for being here with me. Everyone else, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being part of the live. I hope it touched somebody. Share the story. Go like her page. Share her story. Because we're in this together. We got to be the change we're looking for. See you all.